After movement, the next phase is to assign targets for artillery. So for example, if it's the French player's turn, they have a gun here and they wish to target this unit here. I usually mark this in some way, and typically I use a little ball of cotton wool like so. Artillery fire can have three effects, and that varies depending on the period and the range. If the fire is at long range, the fire is called bombardment, and that is a kind of harassing fire which is intending to slow the target unit down rather than cause casualties. So the effect of that, for example here on this unit, if you remember, it was trying to wheel to line up with the stream, then cross the stream, but now it's under R2 fire, and that means it must take an additional action test at the beginning of the turn to move at all before it can attempt the other things. So let's see how it gets on. So first of all, it rolls for being under artillery fire, and it has passed, so it can move. Now it attempts to wheel to the stream. It's failed, but luckily it has a commander, so the commander will spend one of his points and give it a second attempt to wheel to the stream. It succeeded, and now all it must do is try to move across the stream. It succeeded. As you can see, it's possible to do complicated moves like that when you're under fire and just generally, but of course you do need to have some luck, and of course the unit could easily have failed another one of its tests and the commanding officer is out of pips. The second way that units can be affected by artillery is by fire, direct fire. So at the moment this unit is probably too far away to directly fire at this unit, but if there were two guns, the two guns could combine and force, even at long range, this unit to take a morale test. We'll deal with morale tests after this, so don't worry about that now. Similarly, if the artillery was closer, it could directly cause this unit to take a morale test. The third way it can be useful is if, for example, the two units are in action like so, shooting at each other, the artillery can provide supporting fire to the French infantry unit to try and have an effect in the combat. In the Twilight of the Sun King rules and Twilight of Divine Right rules, the artillery of the period is effectively immobile. This means the attacker frequently is reduced to bombarding at long range until its frontline units get into contact, in which time it can give support to them, whereas the defender tends to do more direct firing and also firing in support as well. This of course will be different in the 7 Years' War version of the rules and other versions that are planned, because in those periods artillery is more mobile and therefore more able to move up and give direct support.